All right, there. This is Brian Sebastian, Movie Reviews and More, the Women's Broadcast TV Network, WomenOnTV.tv, iTeam 247 out of Tennessee. And so I've been waiting for this show for a long time. We've never been able to get Frank and June, AirGo Cooking, out of Canada. So we've never been able to get them in person into one of our shows. But guess what? Now we have Sherry Nelson out of Canada. So I'm sure they're probably closer to each other than they are to me in Vegas, where I am. So Sherry, tell us who you are, why we chose you, and then I'm going to tell them a couple of things about what you just did.
Hi, I'm Sherry Nelson. I'm from Jaffrey, British Columbia. I'm about 3.5 hours from June and Frank, and I was in a Maxim magazine contest, and I'm interested in fitness, and I thought that I would like to partner with Brian to learn more about Frank and June's AirGo cooking machine.
So Frank and June, tell us who you are and how you came up with the AirGo. How did that come about? Because I've got one in Georgia and I've got one on our property in the Mount Shasta area. So talk about what's the benefit of AirGo and how things have been going for you guys.
Yes, so yeah, for AirGo, like how we just start thinking about having a new like a kitchen appliance to just just for people to easy to use, and also just for the healthy cooking lifestyle, and also that's.
And let me see, June, let me see the AirGo so the audience can see it.
Okay, sure.
Talk about why this is good, because it's sustainable, environmentally friendly.
Okay, so since the AirGo was designed just for the for all the just being like environmentally friendly, so that's you can just all the functions here. It's just for oven, for grill, for air fryer, and also automatic stir fry, and also like a crepe and naan maker. All the functions was controlled by the accurate temperature. That's not as this is a totally unique feature for in the kitchen appliance like sectors. So that's we usually just cook with this oven with a precise temperature, but for AirGo, for all the functions has precise temperature to control the cooking. So in this way, like they can just very effectively control the oil smoke point, which just will control the smoke basically. So for cooking, so this is one of the benefit of how the AirGo just will just bring the environmental friendly cooking style for the household. And the second thing, we just build the AirGo so with a very large, like you can see. This is with large cooking pan here, and also we have a very unique design for the heating elements, just on the base. So there is that's why this is all the heating elements down the cooking pan. This has a very large range. It's not like a regular one. So that's also it match with the cooking pan. So that's because that will just bring a lot of like even cooking. So this is usually two reasons for usually cook on the stove top has a smoke. One is because the smoke point couldn't be controlled by the stove top, and second one is because the cooking pan doesn't exactly match with the heating source. So that's caused the smoke as well. So the AirGo has, because the two very unique design, that's just, maximally just unlimited just the oil coming from the AirGo. And yeah, so this is a two very important, like, the unique design feature for AirGo. And another thing is AirGo, why AirGo is unique in the market, and also why we just has the patent pending status in North America, because this is a two-way of heating. So there's we have two independent heating systems. One is from bottom and one from the top. So and both just actually it's just combine almost all the like heating methods for all the other like kitchen appliances including oven, including the air fryer, and including like stove top, like a stir fry. So that's why this is a unique combination of the heating methods will just cook faster and just give a lot of like efficiency, and also with a lot of because that's can cook very thoroughly for your food and make food very fluffy and taste juicier. So that's how we just call like AirGo make your cooking like easier, healthier, and and tastier. So yeah, no matter what, like for a large range of the food, can be cooked from AirGo as well. So just basically, from your breakfast, you can just cook with your eggs and bacon. And egg, you can just easily make sunny side up egg because it's a accurate temperature control. Like if you just set the temperature like around like 250 to 200 like 75, so that sunny side up eggs comes out perfect, and every time the same. So
So June,
yes.
let me see the top of the AirGo again, so the audience
Okay.
can see it. Yes, and then
Sure.
down so we can see the very top of it now.
Yeah, this is on the top plate, like there is a heating system inside the top. Can you see it?
Yep, and then put.
Okay.
Let's see the top of the lid.
Okay.
So for the people in the world of fitness, when they like to really eat clean, and a lot of times
Right.
always preparing their food, like and myself, what's the benefits of the people in the world of fitness for this?
Okay, for the fitness people, they just I have my friends like they he used to be having a lot of health issues, and but after just we recommend AirGo just for helping him, just for his like daily meals. That makes a huge difference, like because as I said, the AirGo like top and bottom heating system, that's very unique to cook your food. And in this way, you don't have like much like a lot of oil to make your food taste better. So that's how like AirGo just definitely you reduce quite amount of your cooking oil just cooking with AirGo. And also like with AirGo, because AirGo make like a vegetable and all the healthy food like tofu or all those type of food, so very very tastier, and doesn't need to require a lot of like other like added like artificial things, or like the extra like oil, or like make a grease. And then they also the flavor, the better taste will just come out of the food. That's how the people like control their like a food like style, and also they won't like compromise their taste. And I heard from my friend, like he told me like he just use AirGo for the vegetable and for like a chicken breast. And usually chicken breast is not easy to make it tender and juicier. So, but for AirGo cooking, because you can control the temperature. So once the meat just goes hot beyond the temperature it required, that just make the food like taste drier. But for AirGo, because the from the top and bottom of heating system, plus like a 360-degree like first air like inside the cooking chamber, so that makes the perfect like a chicken breast. So that's how like my friends just feedback, give me the feedback, and saying like he lost roughly about like 30 pounds, and in about like 6 months also, like somehow like just give me roughly how effectively just affect his daily like daily meals. And especially from the fitness, he just needs some vegetable, and he needs the protein as well. So he told me like he did very well, and he loved cooking with the AirGo. And also the other like the nutrition the other consultant, she just also just gave me the feedback. She said that she's very obsessed with cooking with AirGo, because she cook a lot of caramels the the onion. So that's not easy for her to cook on the stove top. She has always has to stir fry. Yeah, but
So
for with
June,
AirGo, there is a automatic stir fry function, so that make a lot easier. So she just directly put like the onions inside the cooking pan and set a time, and then that's done. That's very easy. And also for the fitness people, there's another people has to get some protein either from the meat or from the beans or from the tofu from somewhere some other food. So for those for people like to have the protein from nuts, so ergo it's very easy to make a very crispy like nuts, and also without the burning issues there. So you just easily control the temperature. Roughly for those nuts, it's 350 like Fahrenheit, and just a couple of minutes, then that's you will get the nuts what you like. The taste is perfect and without burning ones, and it's very easy. You can either use like a automatic stir fry, or you can just use like oven function, can just come out the same result as well.
So Sherry, let me ask you this. When you get ready to go to the gym or when you come back from the gym, what do you usually like to eat before or after you come back from the, and are you a cooker?
oh, definitely. Usually, when I come back from the gym, you need to have some protein. So, June, my question is with your AirGo, no nutrients are lost, because I'm thinking about your product for mothers to give as a gift to their sons and daughters off to university. It seems to do everything in one condensed product, and I think parents want their kids to eat healthy. Athletes, they want to be able to eat healthy, and I'm curious how your AirGo system is able to maintain its nutrient content, whereas sometimes when you bake or boil vegetables, you can lose some nutrients. How does yours differ from that?
Yeah, that's very good question. So just as I said, like actually we already just got a lot of orders from the parents. They are buying the AirGo for their kids in the university. They live in a dorm, and also some of them they just have the shared room, and it's not by the dinner time or like the breakfast time is always very busy. So they prefer to have AirGo in their room and cook like some breakfast, and also just make some easy like meals for their like dinner, or like for their like somehow like people just study or like work from home right now, so they cook whatever they like. And so that's very convenient. And as you just mentioned the question, like so how like just lock the nutrients inside the food. It's still the same reason, because the AirGo, it's a very it's not like like regular air fryer, because the regular air fryer they only have the top heating system, that they have the first hot air just goes through the cooking chamber from one way. For AirGo, because they have a top and a bottom, they just once they heat up food, they just use their top heat and also bottom heat, and also with the 360-degree like first air like inside the chamber. So that's just because that's not just very high from one top or one bottom, so that's very moderate temperature, and they just and also they have the hot air inside the cooking chamber, so that will just effectively lock the nutrients inside the food without overheat, or like with burning parts, or like just without temperature control properly, just cause the nutrients loss from your food. So this is a lot easier to make wonderful meals, and without lose your taste, lose the nutrients, based on the very unique the heating methods.
June,
June. Oh, go ahead, Sherry.
also
Go
when
ahead.
people, I'm sorry, Brian.
Oh no, Sherry, go ahead.
So June, oftentimes when people are training or they're trying to be disciplined, they allow themselves to have a cheat meal. And I can see that your AirGo can do fried food. So
Right.
that would almost not become a cheat food. Do you have any recommendations for seasoning tips or something to make the best fried chicken or French fries for someone on a cheat day?
Yes, absolutely. Just for as I said, like since the AirGo designed the the air fryer is just one of the functions, so definitely that will just come out with crispier like chicken wings. That's how it is almost made, 3 days a week, like for my family. So, and also for, for the French fries. So that's easily to make from AirGo as well. And the difference, because, this is very common for the people think about, well, okay, air fryer can just make these two things. That's, I think that's the first, their instinct to think about the food, what they just can come out from the air fryer. For AirGo, the difference is, it's big because, as I just mentioned earlier, so the regular like air fryer in the market, they only have the top heating system. So they have, the hot system has to go through the whole, like the cooking chamber. So they will just dry up, the air and also make your food like fluffy and crispier. For AirGo, because from the top and bottom, and also this is just, it's not just make the air just for like chicken wings or like the French fries crispier. It also can just lock the juice inside the food. So that's the taste, like, outside is crispier and the inside is very juicy. So it's not like a traditional like air fryer, how they feel like, oh, it's a little dry or something. So or takes a little time, because for AirGo they has two ways to air fry your food. One with you can directly put your food inside the cooking pan, and the cooking pan is a lot bigger than the regular air fryer in the market, and it can accommodate a lot of like a lot more food in the direct cooking in the cooking pan. So that's usually takes they can just accommodate like 22 like chicken wings at the same time. So, but for the regular air fryer, it's roughly about 10 to 15. So, and also you have another choice. You can use the air fryer basket here. It's a little smaller, but it's still bigger enough. And you can just use the air fryer basket. Just, usually how, our customer always ask us, what do you recommend? When do they use the, air fryer basket? When do they should use like an air fryer, like the cooking pan directly? So my recommendations, most of the food, can be easily and with large quantity can be cooked in the cooking pan directly, because they have conductive heat from the bottom, and so that's how this is accelerates the cooking process. So so that's roughly about save like 30 to like 40% of your like air fry time compared with the regular air fryer. And if you use air fryer basket, that's most likely it's like similar like product in the market. But the good thing with the air fryer with AirGo is like, because the somehow people they just marinate their like chicken wings with a different like a seasoning. For example, some people like use seasoning salt, or like Montreal steak, or like a garlic plus, or those type of things to marinate their like chicken wings. So those ones is just called like a dry seasoning stuff. Then they just you can just marinate for like a half an hour or like a 1 hour, and directly put them into the cooking pan. That comes directly with it's only like for 22 chicken wings in cooking with in the AirGo cooking pan, that takes only about 22 minutes. That comes with 22 beautiful like the chicken wings with a crispier like the skin. And if you use the air fryer basket, as which is good for those ones, for those chicken wings marinated with the honey, or like sugar, like or like a maple syrup, those like seasoning sauce. So that's give you a better a lot of better looking like with browning, like shining like the skin. You can just see there's a huge difference just cooking with air fryer basket, just compare with cooking directly with cooking pan. So my recommendation is, if you you just cook something like, with the food, with, just marinate with maple syrup, or like, the honey, or like even like a more like a brown sugar things, usually comes better with the air fry basket. But if you just use a dry seasoning sauce, like, those seasonings, like just for, you just directly use the air fryer, use your AirGo, like the cooking pan. And also, I just give you another trick is, if you use AirGo like a cooking pan for air fry your chicken wings, or some other stuff, like you can easily use like a parchment paper, just put them inside. Yeah, so you don't have to wash your cooking pan even. So that's, save a lot of your cooking time. If you want a second dish, just take out your like the parchment paper and change another one, or just you can directly use a cooking pan for your next dish. So that's very that's being used for almost all of my customers. They said that's why they like AirGo. This is for them, so they can just cook really fast, and also without washing the cooking pan. So
June, give us
yeah.
your website, and I want to see you cook some eggs now.
Sure. So okay, my website is airgocooking.com.
And then
So you want
put some eggs. You're gonna cook me some eggs, right?
Sure. Right now, I'm just going to do the demo for the eggs for you guys. Okay, so
So Sherry, this will be interesting. Trying to cook and hold the phone at the same time.
You're a gourmet, June.
thank you. Yeah, I'm trying. Okay, so usually for cooking with the eggs, use like a grill function. So we will just choose the right function here. That's if it's a flash, means the function is being just ticking. Okay, so then they will just easily just adjust the temperature just to the 6 minutes, and we can just adjust the time is 6 minutes, and we just adjust the temperature to 200, 250 to 100, like a 75. Then just make a perfect like a the sunny side up eggs, and we just start cooking.
One thing it looks nice, June, is it's an attractive appliance, so it would look nice on anyone's counter. And I know a lot of bachelors, I think if you're cooking with one hand and holding the phone, then anyone who's unable to cook or new to cooking, I think this would be a really good testing element for someone.
Sherry, are you talking about me?
Brian,
Yeah.
what would you want to taste in the air fryer? I'm curious about June's stir fry.
Yeah, I will show you this. How
Well,
the
she
stir
always
fry
said vegetables, I would always want to have the vegetables, and then I was curious about French fries in there,
For sure. So if I get enough time, definitely we'll just show, one by one. That's very easy to be demoed.
This would be an ideal product for something like a Super Bowl party, or in Canada, the Grey Cup party. So it's something that would be an entertaining item for sure that you'd need as a staple in your, appliance cupboard.
Right. So just look what I'm working on. Just you don't have to, if you just work in front of your stove top, you always have to, look at your pans and look at the heat, and then you have to always take care of the temperature of the sunny side up egg, right? So for AirGo, so you just set the temperature and wait until they just preheating is finished. Then just pour your your egg in and crack your egg in. Then it will just once the time's up, then you will just get perfect like sunny side up egg. That's how easy it is, and you have enough time to, on different social medias, and you're checking if you got that new information or like new messages, you need to reply back.
What is your social media links, June?
That's we have Facebook and Instagram, and so just for AirGo Cooking. Yeah, it's the account is AirGo Cooking. So you can just easily search up and get our Instagram and also Facebook social media link. And we always update our like the recipes. Especially just regularly twice a week. So always has updated like for the vegetables and for tofu and for those healthy food, and also with the chicken breast and a lot more like for the crepes and for the flat bread and the nuns or those type of things.
So
Then
when you come back from the gym, what do you usually want to munch on, would you say?
Um,
say it again. Sorry.
Oh, I was talking to Sherry. When she comes back from the
Oh,
gym, from working out, what does she usually want to snack on?
Usually, well, they say 30 minutes after weight training, you need to ingest some carbohydrate, or sorry, some protein. So I usually like turkey or something. So I'm very curious about how she described her, chicken and things like that. So it's something, that's so easy to do and even to prepare before you go to the gym.
Right. Yeah.
What do you like, Brian? What's your go-to after the gym?
If I can have any of the protein bars, or like you said, really just chicken denim. I'm a guy who prepares anyhow, so I like to have my stuff set up in advance.
Yeah, well, yeah, June's product looks like it would make things so much easier on your Sunday meal prep day, for the week. So it's kind of nice that it's easy to clean and you can, cook so much more volume in there.
yeah, that's right. And also another feature for AirGo is that they have transparent the glass lid. You can easily check, how your food just the level just cooked in there. So you can, anytime open your lid and just if you want flip, you can flip. And also if you add more like seasoning things, you can just go step by step. You don't have to put all the things at the same time. And another thing, like for AirGo, I think it's easier for the consumer to use is all the functions the AirGo has there, like just a particular the time and the temperature setting just by default. You don't have to just always think about how long and how much heat you have to set for using. So the 80% of the food just go directly with the AirGo, like a default, like the temperature and the time setting. So if you want to change the temperature during your cooking or change the time, and you can do that as well. Even like before the cooking start or during the cooking or after the cooking, you can do anything you like. So that's give you a lot of customer a lot of flexibility to cook their food. So that's they won't just it's doesn't just like other like a kitchen appliance. Usually they give you the the programmed. It's just you have to go to the end of the program. So then you can just cancel or just change to the different function. For AirGo, you can do it anytime. So that's it also gave a lot of like the chef. It's give them a lot of choice. Just for example, if you just cook your like a chicken breast, so you just feel okay. So in the beginning, I want a low temperature. For example, it's 350 just for probably few minutes, and later on you want to have a crispier looking. So you can just adjust your temperature to like 400 Fahrenheit or like 410 Fahrenheit to make it beautiful looking. So that's all your options. So the AirGo give you you can change you can also come by make a combination of the different functions. You can use oven first and grill later, or you can use air fry first, like oven later, or like you can start using your like oven just for a couple minutes and using the automatic stir fry. You just put your stir fry the gears in, then you can start your air fry. So that's all your options. So there's no limit for you to feel okay. So that's the machine that's been like all the program has been set. I have to cancel the current program and start new. So you don't have to for AirGo. So you can always, just as you want, like change the temperature time and change the functions you like, and do all the combination for cooking more layers of the flavor of the food.
So we got about 2 minutes left. What's the time on your cooking of your eggs? Oh, might be just in time.
So we have probably we shows here it's 3 minutes. I will show you the plates, and we'll just coming out with the.
That's Sherry. That looks pretty cool, doesn't it?
It does. I like the fact that you can layer and season with other foods. June, what is Frank's favorite food that you make in your AirGo?
What's your favorite?
My favorite, actually, it goes with the eggs. So I just did myself a butter toaster, like toasted bread with butter that melted on the bottom. Just put my toast on top, grill it for like 2 minutes. It comes out beautiful, and then I just put with the sunny side up. Break up my toast and dip it in the yolk. That's my favorite.
It sounds good.
Hey, I'm going to ask you the last question because we're going to run out of time. How easy it is to clean the AirGo?
How easy to clean?
Yes.
Yeah, it is quite easy because all the accessories, just for like the stirring paddle and the stirring gear. So then it can be like a dishwasher, like a wash safe, and all just for the cooking pan, you can easily take it out and wash with just a regular wash, like just for rest of your kitchen the equipments. And so that's a another unique feature for this is how we got the feedback from our customer. They are saying like AirGo, like whatever the functions are, like it's a lot easier for like for cleaning up compared with their like a regular air fryer or some other just a grill or some other like a kitchen appliance. So this is how we got, and also you can just as I'm just saying that to say the sunny setup, if you just cook with AirGo compare, you just cook with in front of your like stove top, so you don't have to watch this all the time, right? So then you go anywhere, like you can do other house chores.
you can keep on watch if you want.
So yeah, easy to monitor, and just that's being the time and temperature side, and you're free to do anything else, like so yeah, I think that
the thing about it is the timer. You can always see how much time you have left. Even if you're running around, you can always see and I think that's really good.
And also at the end of the program, it actually sends a beep to call you back. So so even if you walk away some distance from the cooker, you can always hear it, and it's done.
I love this countdown of that.
yeah, and also
Okay,
like
it's
for
almost ready.
Even for AirGo, they have the design. Another feature is just a flip indicator. Just once it requires like a flip time, like then they will just call you.
There's
a sound, the beep for give you the you can look at how beautiful they are.
That's pretty cool, huh?
Yeah, done. That's you don't have to be always with
I don't
them.
have my glove with me, so I'm going to use the tongue to take them out. It's a little bit hot.
This looks like an ideal gift to give anybody, whether it's for a housewarming gift, a wedding gift, or a graduation gift. It covers a lot of necessary needs for a lot of people.
Definitely.
Exactly. Yeah. So a lot of we've already just got a lot of requests for ordering one for their friends, their weddings, or their new house, and they just want to have the gift for them to congratulate for their
Special day.
Yeah, special days. Yeah.
So you got like 20 seconds. So give your website one last time.
Sure. It's airgocooking.com.
And Sherry, you like that, huh?
I do. It covers all the functions. So yeah, no, I think I'm going to definitely be getting one, June. Thank you. Does it come with
Thank
a
you so much.
recipe book in there?
Yeah, we do have a recipe book with the AirGo, and also we have our website always has a lot of updated new recipes there, and also we have our social media links on the Facebook and the Instagram, so people can follow us and can always get updated new recipes coming from AirGo.
Oh, that's wonderful.
All right. So for Sherry Nelson, I'm Brian Sebastian, and for Frank and June AirGo, please go to the website airgocooking.com and check out what they have. And also, hey, this won't be the last time that they cook something for us. So the next time we have them, I think I'm going to challenge them to make them cook turkey or something like that. Who knows?
Sure can,
For
too.
sure.
All right. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it. So-
Okay, sure. Thank
So
you
this is
so
Brian
much.
Sebastian,
Bye,
Movie
Brian.
Reviews and
Thank
More.
you.
Yeah.
Woman on TV.tv and
Okay.
iTube 247. And we will see you next week.